Detroit Pistons opening lineup. Ball is out there with Jason Maxiell. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Ben Gordon. And it's Hamilton in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Brandon Spates are in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Iggy at the 2. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Philadelphia.
And Ben Gordon really has been a disappointment the last couple of seasons for Detroit. Remember, he was a 20-point scorer in Chicago, but that production has really fallen off in the last couple of seasons.
Now Maxiell, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Stuckey kicks to Hamilton, taken away by Holiday. Rodney Stuckey covering. Jumps up. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got the opening basket of the game for the 76ers. Well, Clark, why do you think Ben Gordon's numbers have fallen so?
You know, it's hard to say. It could be a number of factors. One, they don't really have a true point guard. Stuckey is adequate there, but he's more of a scoring point guard. How is Ben Gordon being used? I mean, what role does he play? How do they get him set up for his shot opportunities? And shooting percentages have rebounded somewhat, but his scoring numbers are down, playing time, who you're out there on the floor with. And then some of it you have to look at Ben Gordon. How did he prepare and get ready for this particular season? I mean, all of that is open to speculation.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, earlier I spoke with Doug Collins. In terms of their defensive attitude coming into this one, he said, we've been protecting the rim very well at that end of the floor, and that's something I want to see continue today. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Well, guys, give us your thoughts on that.
Well, you know what? I think the game plan for a lot of teams, really good teams, starts with good D. So it's pretty much what I expected to hear.
And for this club, that's the way it should be. I mean, they need to send a message defensively right away. When you take it to your opponents on the defensive end of the floor, it sets the tone early.
13 feet out. Shot is no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
And what a job Doug Collins did with Philadelphia last year, taking the Sixers team to the playoffs. And they did a nice job of playing their Eastern Conference foes well.
Dishes it to Maxiell. Back to Stuckey. Shot clock at 6 for 3. And Hamilton gets it to go on the assist by Stuckey. Hamilton's got 5. On that Philly side, once again, still lost more than they won against the East, but nonetheless, a big improvement for a first-year coach.
A first-year coach and a really young, developing team, Kevin, so you want to see incremental progress. And given the year before when they went 14-38 against their conference counterparts, that was a huge leap forward to get them back close to 500.
Absolutely. And here is Stuckey. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Stuckey kicks to Hamilton. Defended by Young. Shoots from 12, and that is good. He has 7. Here's Holiday. Under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Rodney Stuckey covering. He passes it to Iguodala. Defended by Gordon. Iguodala with the bucket.
Made that one look easy, didn't they?
Here's Stuckey. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Hamilton outside. Outside Gordon. Maxiell against Spates. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's good defense. Don't let a guy get a lay-in, foul hard, and send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that billboard there. Sending a message. You can't come in here and get anything free in our paint.
Well, it wasn't that long ago that Detroit was the dominant team in the Eastern Conference year after year. But times change, a lot of turnover in Detroit, and they are in a major rebuilding mode now.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Hawes comes in for Maurice Spates. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Drew Holiday. Stuckey against Iguodala. And the jam with Iguodala! Brought to you by Sprite. The Sprite Slam Cam on the replay.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Steve, back to what you were saying about the Pistons. It's hard to tell when it's time to move a successful team historically in a different direction. Clark, you're part of a front office, and I'm sure you guys battle with that every day. When do you make the change? When do you stick with what you got?
Yeah, it's kind of the conundrum. Do you jump before you get pushed? Teams get older, players get older. They did trade Chauncey Billups, and they let Rasheed Wallace go, and I think that timing was about right. The problem is that now you've got to make good choices and have your young players start to develop, and that usually takes a little longer than you want it to.
And they got some chemistry issues there, too.
Yeah, they did have some friction, yeah, no question about it. Even though Philly got bounced early by the Heat last year, you have to think it was a very valuable learning experience for that team, especially as young as they are.
And so he makes both from the line. Back to what you said, Clark, about the 76ers. With their youth, any playoff exposure is a big boost.
Yes.
And Steve, Doug Collins talked about this. Hey, we're going to get great experience here for this young team.
Yeah, and a lot of their young players got to see a lot of action during that series. And, of course, playing against a great team like Miami, going against the best, there's no better experience for a young club.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Ben Gordon. On the wing, Iguodala, defended by Gordon. Screen by Young. Lets it go with a three. Williams can't get it to go.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Now here is Hamilton. 7 points in the game. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Gordon. Puts it up off the inbound.
Nah, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Philadelphia. Here's Williams. Drops one in from the wing.
Both these teams really fighting hard here. This is an impressive matchup.
Yeah, not much separation able to be created either way, and I really marvel at the effort being expended by both of these teams.
Here is Stuckey. After the Sixers pick up two, Williams picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. He feeds it to Stuckey. Passes it to Gordon. Tries again. Deflected by Iguodala. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Spates checked in for Hawes. Vucevic comes in for Elton Brand. And Nocioni subbed in for Thaddeus Young. Here's Hamilton. 7 points in the game. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Wallace. Spates there. Wallace against Spates. Second shot opportunity. And Wallace finishes inside. And it's all knotted up. Here we go with Lewis Williams.
Ben Wallace, one of the elder statesmen of the NBA now. He won't be the force he once was, but he can still help a team in spots on defense.
Vucevic sinks that one from the post. 1:09 left here in the opening quarter. And here are the Pistons now, trailing by 2. And Steve, back to Wallace. What he's offered has never really shown up on the box score.
So much toughness and energy. And, it's always been a struggle for him to score, but it hasn't mattered because of the way he's rebounded and defended. He's just been a real force in the paint at that end of the floor.
Iguodala outside. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Stuckey. And the rejection by Wallace. And he's able to get it back. And yes, sir, that one drops.
It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. rebounds.
Yeah, they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Stuckey kicks to Hamilton. Hamilton right side. Over Nocioni. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Even with just a little bit of room, he's going to immediately go on the attack.
Now here's Iguodala. Outside Williams. Lets it go from deep. That misses, but it kind of had it gone in. It's all tied in Philadelphia. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.